The World Economic Forum continues its annual meeting in Davos, and the war between Israel and Hamas was top of mind for officials today, many speaking up in support of Palestine, a change in rhetoric since the initial October 7th attack by Hamas. World leaders hoping the Middle East can work toward the creation of a Palestinian state.
You now have something you didn't have before, and that is Arab countries and Muslim countries, even beyond the region, that are prepared to have a relationship with Israel.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken speaking in Davos today, saying that Israel cannot achieve genuine security without a pathway to a Palestinian state, insisting such a move could help unify the Middle East.
But you also have an absolute conviction by those countries, one that we share, that this has to include a pathway to a Palestinian state.
The Biden administration has been at pains to navigate between longtime U.S. support for Israel and growing concerns that too many Palestinian civilians have been killed or injured in Israel's war against Hamas since their deadly October 7th rampage.
We want this conflict to end as soon as possible. We don't want it to go on for a moment longer than necessary. And what I said very clearly yesterday, first of all, we need an immediate pause, an immediate humanitarian pause, so that we can get aid in and we can get hostages out.
There is a pathway towards a much better future for the region, for the Palestinians and for Israel. That is peace, and we are fully committed to that. But again, the first step for that is ceasefire.
We need to end the Israeli occupation to the all Palestinians, not only in Gaza, but also in the West Bank and East Jerusalem, and allow Palestinians to build their own sovereign, independent state.
United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres not holding back today, reiterating his statements that something must be done to ease civilian casualties in Gaza.
Parties to conflict are ignoring international law, trampling on the Geneva Conventions, and even violating the United Nations Charter. The world is standing by as civilians, mostly women and children, are killed, maimed, bombarded, forced from their homes, and denied access to humanitarian aid. I repeat my call for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in Gaza.
Blinken saying the U.S. is pushing to get more humanitarian aid to Palestinians and pressing Israel to ensure it minimizes civilian casualties.
Do Jewish lives matter more than Palestinian and Muslim lives, and Palestinian Christian lives, given the incredible asymmetry in casualties?
No. Period. For me, I think for so many of us, what we're seeing every single day in Gaza is gut-wrenching.